Rise, shine, and give God the glory. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you for tuning in. I am your host, Priscilla Mack, and today we have a wonderful guest coming to us for our Christmas month, all the way from Florida, who's going to give us not only some advice about our food that we're eating, but also how we can keep our bodies vital, which is really exciting. So this is going to be new and interesting for us here in Texas. And his name is Mr. Linell King. Mr. Linell, welcome.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you. Thank you for being with us. And so your expertise is health recovery specialist, weight loss expert, you're an author, and a speaker. Lots going on.
Yes, lots going on, trying to keep it rolling.
Yeah, that's really good. And you're really in shape.
Well, I have a lot to do, and so if you know your purpose in life, you only have one vessel that God has given you to accomplish that purpose, and that vessel is your body and your health. So if you don't have that, then you're not functioning in all cylinders. It makes it hard to really accomplish your purpose in life.
You know what? I completely agree. I feel just amount of change by drinking lots of water, just more clear thinking, more energy, and capability to be productive.
Yes, absolutely.
And what do you mean by mastering vitality? Because that's the name of your book. How can we master vitality?
Well, let's break down what vitality means. We get caught up. I'm a traditionally trained internal medicine doc, and so most of my training has been in disease care. We find a disease, and we got about 15 minutes to diagnose it and write you a prescription. And so that's the training. In my early years of kind of like how I was brought up in medicine, and so. That's really not health care. We think of health care as long as you have great insurance, you get great health care. Well, no, that's disease care. And so when you move out of disease care, then when you're talking about prevention. But even prevention, if you think about it, in the traditional medicine world, is only early detection. So if you detect something early, did you really prevent it? No, you prevented it from getting worse or getting really bad, but you didn't really prevent it. And so moving past prevention is what I call vitality, and that is when you're optimizing your health. You're at your best. If you are using your body or your health in a professional way, whether you're a professional athlete, professional dancer, if you do something, if you're a lawyer, if you're something where you're using your brain all the time, you need to optimize your brain cells. Then what you don't want it just to be disease-free. You want it to be firing at all cylinders and running at in the most optimal way possible. And that's called vitality. So you're moving way past just general health into feeling the best ever and functioning optimally.
Ooh, I like that. It does do wonders for the brain. And so even with this, are there certain foods or what kind of strategy do you suggest in order for us to get from, okay, let's say someone's starting from way in the back of the class, though. They've not even started their health journey. So they are at the prevention spot. Trying to get up to the point of it's not happening to now I'm going above and beyond. So how can the person from way in the back of the class come to the front?
That is a very good question, because the majority of clients that I work with are exactly, that. And, they're either dealing with some type of illness or trying to get out of some type of illness and really trying to optimize. So how do you even start? So the very first chapter of my book, Mastering Vitality, it talks about clarity, okay? The book is really broken down into 7 steps to really answer your question precisely. The 7 steps that you really need to take to be able to master vitality. The very first step is clarity. you got to know where you're going, right? In this day and age, I don't even know if I could get home without putting the address in my GPS. We're so dependent upon our GPS that if you don't have the address, you can't get there, right? And so that is the way that anything in life, whether it's your finances, whether it's your relationship, whether it's your health, you must know where you're going. Get very clear. A lot of people say, oh, Dr. King, can you please help me lose weight, or can you please, help me feel better? Okay, well, what does that look like for you? What exactly are your goals? Do you want to just lose some weight? Okay, voila, here's 2 pounds you just lost. You just lost some weight. But what is it that you specifically, do you really want to lose weight, or do you want to lose fat? Do you really want to, just because there's a lot of ways to lose weight. There's unhealthy ways to lose weight, and there's healthy ways to lose weight. What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to optimize? What functions do you want your body to do that you're not able to do now? Are there medications that you want to get off? So, the first thing that I have people do is develop a vision statement for your health, and a vision statement because really for your life, because health affects everything. Health affects your finances. Health affects your relationship. Health affects your career. It affects everything. So the very first thing is creating a vision statement for your health that turns into a vision statement for your life. That's the first step, because you got to know where you're going.
Absolutely. I believe that 100%. You definitely have to know what it is that you want to do, and it doesn't always have to be about weight loss, because I think sometimes the weight loss thing can be you get on the scale every day. I'm a woman. I have 2 children, and with my first son, I've been small all my life, so I usually weigh about 130, and I'm 5'9", and that was the first time I weighed 285 pounds. And even after the baby. So I got on the scale, and I'm looking at it every single day. It was just like nothing was happening until I just took away a few things and replaced them with some other healthy activities. And then I melted like butter.
Yes.
And the time just went nowhere. I stopped looking I didn't even care anymore, because it wasn't about just losing weight and staring at the scale every day. I knew that I was tired all the time, feeling sluggish, and I wasn't thinking clearly or quickly enough. I knew that my skin was starting to reflect the way I felt. Those type of things I wanted to change, and I wanted to stay away from diabetes, because I know that's heavy in my family. And so I just changed that from the inside, and it just showed up on the outside.
Absolutely. Weight gain or weight loss is merely a side effect. It's just a snapshot that gives you a picture of your overall state of health. And so the beautiful thing about gaining weight is it's just a constant reminder that you're out of balance inside your body, right? It's not about looking a certain way. It's not about wearing a certain size, although that's great, don't get me wrong. But it's really a snapshot. It's a picture saying, hey, something's out of balance. Let's get things back in balance, And so that's exactly what it sounds like you did. You got clear on what it was that you wanted, because just losing weight, that's great and all, but it's not what truly motivated you.
Absolutely. Yeah, so it sounds like this is a great book. I think, and you know what? Our building is right across the street from Barnes and Noble. There's no excuse right here, and I'm going to push him in a corner. I'm going to push you guys in a corner. Barnes and Noble is directly across the street from the studio right here, so go ahead and check it out. Mastering Vitality. This is one of those things you want to have in your home so that you can relay back to it. I like to look at these kind of books so I can pick it up and remember again when something else comes, especially around the holidays. Oh my goodness, the holidays we get around our family members because we do so well on our own, in our own bubble, and then when we go visit Aunt Jenny and them, we get off track and course, and you leave you leave from there. Like my family is in Washington, D.C., and it'll take me at least over a month to get myself back on track when I leave them, because I've gotten myself into that situation. So what would be the balance there for people during the holidays?
Yeah, this is really a tough time for people. And what I would suggest is focus on what you want for 2018 now. Focus on it now. Don't wait for January. And the reason is because whatever it is that you want now, the holidays are going to set you back. If you say, oh, I'm going to focus on my health come January. Well, so once you eat all the cookies and all the turkey and all the ham and everything like that, now it sets you back. So you're starting from a point that is worse off than you are right now. So if you start now with and going into the holidays proactively, then you can have a plan. I'm not saying you can't enjoy your family. I'm not saying that you can't enjoy some of your favorite foods, but there's a way to enjoy them. I'm a firm believer in tasting stuff rather than necessarily using it to fuel your body. So, for instance, I tell everybody, I grew up in the South. I love fried chicken. It's just something that I love. Call it what you want. That's what I like. But I know that if I fuel my body with fried chicken, then I'm going to end up overweight, with pain, inflamed, foggy brain. It just causes havoc within my body. It actually causes havoc within everyone's body, because of a lot of stuff that I could spend an hour on just talking about why you don't want to eat that. And so if I go to a holiday party and I say I go to my Aunt Della's, who does the best fried chicken in the world, and there's links to my childhood and all these, it goes so deep, the subconscious links for some of the foods that we love, right? So I'm not going to go there and say, Aunt Della, you know what? I'm a better man now. I don't eat that stuff anymore, right? Make her feel bad and
right.
Everything like that. No, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a healthy dish that I want to fuel my body with, and literally 70% of my of my plate is going to be that thing that I want to fuel my body with, and then the 30% around the perimeter, I'm going to use that space to taste foods that I want to taste. And so therefore, I don't have to deny myself. I get to have everything that I want to have, but I'm fueling my body with things that are going to, work for my body rather than work against my body. And then I still got the same emotional link. I still was able to connect with my family. I still got to have all of the feelings that I want to have of the holidays, but I completely supported my body.
I like that idea, especially, you do not want to turn down Auntie with her apple pie that she made for you and everything. So, and then building up the momentum, I think early on, like you said, starting now. And I know I've been working out a little bit more because I know on Christmas that if I go somewhere, I'm going to want to eat, and I don't want to have to start from zero. I want to have something.
I have some cautions about the whole working out thing. Remind me, I really want to warn people, because a lot of people try, to lose weight in the gym, and that's not the place to do it. It's not even the place to really get healthy in the gym, because it can actually work against you. So I really want to speak on that, not too long, but just to caution people, because a lot of people, come the first week in January, the gyms are full. They're jam-packed, right? And then by
until April.
You might make it to April, but most people, they don't make it past February. But there's good reason. There's good reason for that. Is because, first of all, for anyone out there who's listening, this is probably one of the most important things that I will say this entire time that we're talking here. You want to size your body in the kitchen. You shape your body in the gym. So many people are trying to size their body in the gym. And what happens is, if you have an extra, say just 30 pounds, if you have an extra 30 pounds, imagine I strap a 30-pound vest on you and say, carry around this for 24 hours, and then I want you to go to the gym. I want you to run on the treadmill. I want you to do all these exercises that you haven't done in about 10 years with this 30-pound vest on. And so what happens is it sets you up for failure and injury. And once you injure yourself, especially if you're over 40, things don't heal as well as they used to, right? And so it's something that you really want to be careful of, because a lot of people try to get back in the gym. They don't have a proper trainer, and they end up injuring themselves. The other challenge is that if you don't change your eating habits first, your body is full of inflammation. You're inflamed, and so you're in pain. And so you're putting pressure on your structure when you don't need to be. You really need to lighten the load a little bit. Plus, you're inflamed, you're tired, your energy is low because of the way that you're eating. And nothing's going to happen. And then what happens is, so you get in the gym, you kill yourself for about a good hour or so. You've burned maybe if you're diligent, you might have burned 500 calories, right? It takes about 2 hours to burn about 1,000 calories. Well, then how long does it take to eat 1,000 calories? So now you leave the gym, right? Oh, you're feeling good. I've worked myself out. I sweat. I deserve a what? I deserve a treat. And so now you spend an hour burning 500 calories, and then in 5 minutes you consume 1,000. 2 weeks go by, right? 2 weeks go by. You gained weight instead of lost weight. You've injured yourself because you're doing stuff you shouldn't have been doing, and now you're discouraged. And you say, you know what? I'm just getting old. I don't know what I was thinking, and then you give up, and it's not even February yet. That's why the gyms are empty in February.
Well, we have to pull that together. Work your way up to it. Work your way up. Yeah, definitely start in the kitchen with food. Then start with some walks, walking outside. Work your way up.
Moving more.
Yes. Jog for a distance and then lengthen it out, and then, start, going on into the gym, because you can put your body and yourself into a shock and you can hurt yourself.
Yes. Absolutely.
And it will make things worse. And what we want to do is we want to optimize so we can master some vitality. That's what we want to do.
Absolutely. Right?
And we want to have a good holiday. We want to have a good Christmas. We want to be able to eat. So it's all about smoothening things out and making it even. And it's all about strategy as well. So if this is not your expertise, then you have an expert that's willing to work with you. Mr. Linell King, how can people get in touch with you?
Well, going to my website, linellkingmd.com. You can also look me up on Facebook. You can send me a private message on Facebook. I answer all of my, I don't have anyone reading or answering my messages on Facebook, and so just reach out to me there. Go on my website. I have tons of videos and everything like that. But me and my team can help you if you reach out. Because you're right, it's all about strategy, and so we are masters at what we do, and if you use the same mentality that you used that got you where you are, it's just insane to think that you're able to get yourself to a different place using the same mentality or the same strategies.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today. And you all, once again, you can find him, Linell King, on Facebook. And like he said, you can go to his website. I will have that information on my Facebook page and a playback of this video on my Facebook page, Priscilla Mack. So make sure you all tune in. It's always great to have someone that you can look to during these times, because everyone that's around you in your house may not be on the same page you are right now. So you can get with Mr. Linell King and know that you have somebody that's in your corner and something that you can visibly look at every day in order to get you through to your mastering of vitality. So again, thank you for joining us, Mr. King. Rise, shine, and give God the glory. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Take care.